Hey, what the hell's going on, you guys? This is Tubo by NegativeAE, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. Last we left off, we had just gathered the whole class, and we're trying to go and confront the Child Consultation Center. I have a feeling it's gonna fail, just because I feel like they could just put, the class came, trying to appease the case, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It could be that it succeeds, because I could also see it succeeding. I would believe either one at this point, you know? I'm in the manager. Hariyama, please take a seat. I'm sorry for bringing the whole class to your office today. I'm Chie from the Hinamizawa School. We're here to talk with you today. The way you treat us is totally different. Wait. Now that there are 5 times more people plus 1 adult. Instead of that small consultation room, they take us to a big meeting room. On top of that, the manager of the office is with that lady from yesterday. I will let Meibara-kun do the talking. Chie-sensei sits at the far end of the table. She's just here to look after us. Besides, we're the ones who are going to fight with them. Chie-sensei can just stay there and watch us quietly. I'm Meibara Keiichi. Nice to meet you. I've heard that you and your friends were here yesterday and gave us valuable information about Hyojo Satoko-san. Are you here for another issue today? I didn't expect them to start the conversation. What are they thinking? This is strange. I think they are challenging us. Kei-chan, you should clearly tell them why we are here and let them know that they are wrong. My friends are analyzing the situation behind me. I feel like I'm having a meeting with the president of a foreign country. That's right, I'm the prime minister right now. I'm representing the whole class. I need to be something. I'm a desperado on the click, dude. I'm representing the whole class. I need to be polite, but stern. Alright, I have a plan. Kei-chan, say something like this. Okay? Mion gives me the attack plan. That's the Mion I've been waiting for. I'll stand on behalf of all of us. Mion can stay behind me and support me. I take my friend's analysis and advice into consideration and open my mouth calmly. Please, let us make sure of something first. We came here to see if you have completely understood what we told you yesterday. Will you tell us if you have a total understanding of the conversation we had yesterday? Will you please show us the note from yesterday's meeting? They become quiet for a second. It might be a short time, but the silence feels really long. I can see the manager's face turning serious. He thought he was just talking with a group of kids, but the conversation is turning into a serious one. I believe that you were here yesterday to let us know that Hyojo Satoko needs our protection as soon as possible. In return, our staff member mentioned to you that we are currently working on her case. And despite the fact that Hyojo Satoko's uncle was abusing her last year, you still believe that there's no urgency in this matter? Well, we have no record saying that she was getting abused by Hyojo Teppei-san last year. What is he saying? What? What the hell were you guys doing last year? She was being abused by both her aunt and uncle. Please don't tell us that you guys were only aware about the abuse from her aunt. We're not supposed to tell you about their private affairs, but I will tell you under these special circumstances, we are aware that there was trouble between Satoko-san and her aunt Tame-san. However, we have no record showing that her uncle was also involved in that abuse. In fact, none of her neighbors told us anything about Teppei-san. I think they missed it because her aunt was extremely mean. However, that doesn't prove that she wasn't getting abused by her uncle. I see, so there was a possibility that she was being abused by her uncle last year. The manager and the lady make a note of it, as if they heard that for the first time. This is why we came here today. We feel that the Child Consultation Center is not understanding the seriousness of the case. You will realize how urgent this is once you understand the dangerous Satoko is facing right now. Understand. We will do a more thorough investigation of Teppei-san. As I told you yesterday, her uncle neglected her for a year. We didn't get any feedback about that yesterday, but what is the opinion of your organization? We are aware that Teppei-san was away from home for a year, and we are investigating that. What was his excuse? I'm sure you can't talk about it for privacy reasons, but I'm sure it must have justified leaving her alone for a whole year. I'd like you guys to confirm that he left home for a year to live with his lover in Okinomiya. Is that true? He told us that he had no choice but to leave home and work so that he could raise Satoko-san. What the hell? They just believe that crap? She's also been missing school for 3 days in a row now. He called the school saying that she has a cold, but she hasn't visited the clinic at all. What do you think about an irresponsible guardian who can't even take a sick child to a doctor? We were aware that she missed school 1 day, but we didn't know that she's been missing for 3 days in a row. However, our social worker met Satoko-san, and she confirmed that she's not being abused by Teppei-san. She told us that she wants to continue to live with her uncle. So there's no abuse as long as she says so? That's the difficult part. Abuse is only abuse when the child feels that way. When she feels it's abuse, it will be abuse. So you guys can't do anything unless she admits that she's being abused and seeks your help? Actually, that's not how it works. Our organization will investigate her environment, and if we find any problems that might harm the child's lifestyle, we will take appropriate action to protect her. However, in Satoko-san's case, we don't really see the urgency at this point. No urgency at this point. That's exactly how the Child Consultation Center is feeling about this case. The classmates start to make noise. How can you say something like that? What makes you believe that she's not in danger? First of all, Satoko denies the abuse and doesn't have any signs of abuse. Also, she's being provided with shelter, food, and clothes. We can't say that Teppei-san is not taking responsibility as her guardian. Both of them seem to have no complaints about their current living arrangements. We believe that we need to further discuss Teppei-san's past. But unfortunately, we believe that you and your friends are overreacting to the situation. We're overreacting? Calm down, Keiichi-kun. Not take it too personally. Damn it, why are they treating us like this? They think that we are acting this way based on what happened last year. I see. They think that last year and this year's cases there's two separate issues. On top of that, Satoko is denying that she's being abused. Teppei-san regrets the fact that he had to leave Satoko-san alone because he had to work for her. He promised that he would stay with her and raise her lovingly. I hear a loud noise. Someone just banged on the table. Everyone, including the manager, is scared. It must be Shion doing that. Oh, dude, we got Rena Horror Face? Her face is as furious as a demon's. I wonder why. Dude, I swear to God, if she's not a demon at the end of the story, I swear to God. I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. Freaking what's-her-name exists inside Rika. I would not be surprised if Rena is the one that kills Rika at the end of everything. And that's what they have to realize, is that Rena is the killer. I don't know, though. Because in some stories she's really nice, and in some stories she's just batshit crazy. And I can't... There's no... wild card. Wild card Rena. Remember when I remember when I suspected literally everybody. It was like wild card Oishi and wild card Rena. You also kind of have the doctor as the wild card, but I don't know if they're gonna touch him. They might. I don't know. Will you please? Okay. It's best for the child to live with her parents. There are things you can only learn if love is their favorite. We've heard that Satoko-chan is living with another minor for the past year. This can cause trouble for her future. I'm sure that you care about her as her friends, but will you please respect the relationship between her and her uncle so they can start living a new life together? Were you listening to any of the things we said? You're saying that you're not going to help her unless Satoko asks for your help? How is she supposed to seek help if she's being locked inside the house? She can't even go outside or make a phone call. How can she seek help? We came in here in her stead because she can't be here herself. But you are not even willing to listen to us. That's not what we're trying to say. We will remember that over 20 of her classmates visited to talk about Satoko-san's case. We will take what happened today into consideration. We will make further decisions about her case. When are you going to make that decision? Can you guarantee that Satoko-chan will not get abused before that decision is made? If something happens to her, can you take responsibility? If she gets even a single bruise on her body, you're in huge trouble. Shion-san, you have to stop there. Please. Tell us when you are making the decision. That's right. How long is it going to take you to make the decision? Like I said, we need to take the matter seriously and make a careful decision. In order to do so, we will continue to meet with the two of them and investigate so that her and her father, her uncle, can have a better relationship. Please wait and see what happens for a while. We ask you to do so for her sake. So that's your response. You're saying that there's no urgency even though we're here to tell you that it's urgent. I was starting to get lost of what they're trying to say, but Rena's words make me realize everything. We came here to tell them that they need to protect her right away. But they clearly told us that they think there's no need to do so. We understand that there may be reason for urgency. We will take your opinion under consideration and make the decision. I hope that will satisfy you. It seems like they're being polite to us, but our discussion is not going anywhere. They have no intention to concede. I know that they are officials. Satoko's fate depends on the decision they make. It's a natural thing that they have to make a careful decision. I understand that part, but the reality is that Satoko has no time to spare. We can see that. We understand everything. We know how Satoko rejected me after I rubbed her head because of the horrible abuse she got from her uncle. That nightmare will come true in just a few days. In that nightmare, I knew that I should save her, but I wasted my time. I'm not going to make the same mistake. I have to make a move right away. Hey, Barakun, did you say everything that you wanted to say? Yes. That's it for today. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. Everyone, please bow at them. Class leader, will you take the lead? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your valuable opinion. So what are we doing now? I knew it was gonna fail. Because it just doesn't make sense that just more people would be effective. Like, just throw more people at it and it'll happen. No, I don't think that's how it works, you know? Thank you, everyone. Be careful going. But I could have seen that working out. Like, if it could have gone either way. Oh, him and I was together, and it's time to go home now. Mion breaks up the class as the class leader. However, they stick around to talk about what happened today. We came back to Hinamizawa on our bikes, so we didn't really get to talk with each other. Now that we're off the bikes, we finally get to say what we want. This is their first time. They've never gotten together and fought for a classmate like this before. This reminds me of the dam conflict. Everyone is so united. That's true. None of these kids participated in the conflict, even though they might remember it as a baby. But what we did was more polite than what they did in the conflict. No one is bleeding, and there are no bombs or riot police. Unity is the theme of Hinamizawa. If only... Like, I feel like they say that, but all of the chapters have been like... I guess they've been like Unity, but it's always been a twisted view on Unity, that's for damn sure. Starting to get excited. I'm aware that people in Hinamizawa got together and fought together against the dam project. The fact that everyone went together as a team means a lot to the villagers here. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 should do so, and if there are 4, 8 should do so. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. What's that, a figure of speech? It's something that our grandma used to say. She was trying to tell the villagers to band together and fight. When there's one enemy, 2 should fight together. And when there are 1,000, the whole village should fight together. I see. She wanted the villagers to unite and defeat our enemies. It's not just that. It also means that the whole village should carry the pain of one. They should all understand the person's situation and fight for them. Wow. That sounds very similar to our current situation. In other words, the battle that we're fighting now represents Hinamizawa Village. I see. Everyone supported me not because they are impressed by my speech, but because it is natural for them to unite. The classmates are still sticking around and discussing the issues about Satoko. This is like the return of the dam conflict for some of them, but also a big chance for those who never experienced the the conflict. It almost feels like a huge festival. Most of them think that we didn't make much progress today, though. Mibara-san. So their conclusion is that they're not going to save Hyojo-san, right? It's not exactly what they told us, but I don't think they will take any action. I know what kind of guy he is because I live close to them. He's not a normal guy. We now understand that people at the Child Consultation Center don't understand anything. But we can't just give up. Tomita-kun and Okumura-kun seem serious. They're not just supporting me. They're willing to make the move. I think we have to work hard and save Hyojo-san. Same here. I agree. It's hard to believe that these are the same innocent kids who were always running around the school. I'm so happy that they are motivated. Of course, Satoko is our friend. We're going to save her. I'm counting on your continued support. No, Bebara-san. This is our responsibility as her classmates. We're not fighting because you're asking us to. We're doing this because we want to. You know what's weird about this is I guess they do unite, because like my class would have never done this. My class would have not done this. Most of the class would have been like, yeah, whatever. But I guess it helps if you live in a small town. Like, I live in a small town, but it's not like a small town, you know? Like, this is a small town. Which is like, you know. Should we go there again tomorrow? I think we shouldn't take any days off. Consistency is important. I agree with Renaissance. But it's only going to be the same thing if we go there with the same people again. I think today was more effective because we were there with more people. Then, shall we go there with even more people tomorrow? Rena looks back at everyone as she speaks. Everyone understands what Rena is trying to say. Not all children from Hinamizawa go to the Hinamizawa school. Half the children in the village go to the school in Okinomiya. Those children are not our classmates, but they're still our friends from the neighborhood. Hinamizawa is a small village, after all. They know about Satoko as well as we do, and they also know what's going on with her right now. Rumors spread at the speed of light in Hinamizawa. I can tell that by now. Everyone in the village knows about my embarrassing history of doing punishments. I'll talk to Daisuke when I go home. I bet he'd come with us. I'll call my friends when I get back home too. Okinomiya school's not that far from the library. That's a good idea. I'll try and get more people too. Okay. Now, if you go with 1,000 people, maybe that's gonna change some things. This is turning out well. I think we can get at least 10 more. Well, 10 more people is not enough. I'll try and call a few of my friends too. I think we can get at least 3 of them to come with us. That's my friends from school too. They don't really know about Satoko, so I can only bring about 4 friends. You think it's difficult to get other adults involved? Well, the people in the village council don't want to have anything to do with the Yojo family. Because of what happened during the dam conflict? How about the older people? Can't you get the older people on our side, Rika-chan? Older people are bitter towards Satoko. People who believe in the curse of Oyashiro-sama really think that the Hyojo family deserves what they get. So we can only get more children, but no adults. How many of us will there be? Going to be about 17 more children. That's not enough. I don't know if they will all make it, but hopefully there will be more than 40 of us. 40 people. I'm impressed, Keiichi. You think 40 is enough, Rika-chan? What? I smile and poke her in the chest. It's not enough. 40 is not enough to knock out those stubborn people. We need at least 20 more people. I'm sure 60 people would intimidate them. But where can we get that many people? You have no idea. I'm Mibara Keiichi. If I say I'm going to do it, I will do it. What is he gonna do? His dad? Oh. Oh. Wait, so is he gonna get all the, like, pervert people? I feel like that would be effective. So third attack, will you help us? Don't want to reject your request, Kay. We ate at the Jumbo Parfait together. We're as tight as brothers. I want to help you, Kay. But tomorrow's not a good day. What? Why is that, Kamida? You can't lend a hand for this innocent poor girl. Where's your pride as a two-dimensional warrior? What did... What is these sound effects, dude? I need to beat you up. Clench your teeth. Okay. Wait a minute, Kei-san. Please listen to me. I would help her out if it wasn't tomorrow. I would lick Satoko-chan's socks if it were just a regular day. But I can't make it tomorrow. You bastard. Tell me, Kamida. I'll break at least 3 of your teeth if you can't make it because of your parents' funeral. You can't come tomorrow because tomorrow's the dessert fiesta at Angel Morn. What did you say? It's the dessert fiesta, Kei-san. It's the dessert fiesta of Angel Morn. You know how exciting it is? I actually won an admission ticket. I'm not going to invite anyone but you. Let's go and pig out on those sweet girls. I mean, cakes. I need to straighten you up. Have I literally beaten him up? Are we fighting? No, Kei-san! I will help you the day after tomorrow. So please, let me go to the fiesta tomorrow. Please, I'm begging you. Keiichi-kun, I think you should let him go for tomorrow. No, I can't. I can't let him go. Kamida, don't even try to compare a cake and a real girl. You only get the right to eat cake when you save the girl. You have no idea how nice Satoko is. She seems so tough, but she's so girly at times. The contrast between her toughness and her girly side is the most attractive part of her. She acts so tough usually, but she suddenly becomes so girly. That contrast is the best part about her. She's just like the story of Higurashi. She can change her personality suddenly. Therefore, Satoko is Miss Higurashi. She even has the typical looks of a little sister. Her rebellious personality is so... What the fuck? So cute too. She's just amazing. Just as amazing as the princess in the Golden Field. I can't believe that you were thinking about getting away from this emergency. You don't understand even how good Satoko is. Don't you have pride as a two-dimensional warrior? What? You're a three-dimensional warrior because of advanced polygons? Whatever. Back in the day, people used to play games with only 8 colors and 256 dots. They fell in love with the characters and advanced their technology to a higher level. It wasn't because they were trying to escape the two-dimensional world. What the fuck? That's right. The two-dimensional world before polygons. All I want to say, when going with gear, I cannot read when the screen shakes. When the screen shakes, it's I could have read that if the screen did not shake. Also, I don't know if I'm a fast enough reader. I'm sorry, I was wrong. What was I thinking? What have I done? It's okay, Kamida. Mistakes are there so you can realize you made them. You just realized your mistake and became a better man. Take my hand. The door to the next millennium is right in front of you. Keiichi-kun and Kamida-kun seem to be having lots of fun. I have no idea what they're talking about. You don't have to understand them. I got it, Kei. It will help you save that girl, on my honor as a man. They have dessert fiestas 4 times a year. So what if I miss one of them? It's not a big deal. You seem so down. Me. By the way, Mion, you said you were going to give me 3 years worth of dessert fiesta admissions as a reward for the auction, right? I'll give you 1 year of admission if you help me, Kamida-kun. No, thank you, Kei. I'm a man. Or no thank you, Kei. I'd be ashamed of myself if I was saving the girl because I was getting a reward. Kei-chan, do you think we can do something for him? Do you? How about this? I'll remove his name from the blacklist. Blacklist? What's that? Normal customers don't know about this, huh? There are customers that cause troubles in this restaurant sometimes. Whenever they do something wrong, their name gets written on the blacklist. Once their name is written on there, certain times he is no longer allowed to enter the restaurant. Sure, my name is not on that list. I always behave myself. You touched a waitress improperly twice. You called the waitress just to talk with her. Aw, well, he was lonely. Sold tickets outside of the restaurant. You'll be forbidden to enter the restaurant after one more transgression. No way. I can't believe that. That's horrible. If I can't come to Angel Mort, I'll have no reason to live. However, I'm impressed that you were willing to save Satoko as a man. I'll erase your name from this list as a reward. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Michan, does that blacklist really exist? Uncle Mian doesn't know. Kamada-kun, thank you. Let me know if you can't get the ticket for the next dessert fiesta. I will invite you. Okay. Hug. Hug, 2 exclamation points. We reaffirm our strong friendship. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll bring my baseball team members with me. I should be able to get at least 10 people. Sounds like her uncle is a crazy guy. Isn't it faster just to kick his ass rather than appealing to the child consultation center? We can't do that, otherwise he would take revenge on Satoko-san. Or Satoko-chan. I see. Plus, we can't commit murder either. Alright. Let's do it the right way. We don't want to get arrested by the police. 10 people is still not enough. Do you think you can get more people from somewhere? You need more people, huh? Let me take care of it. He smiles at me, and then he suddenly stands up and shouts. Hey, you guys, you heard everything, didn't you? For those who have the ticket for tomorrow, I'm not going to force you guys. But if you're free tomorrow, give us a hand. Everyone in the restaurant looks at him. There are lots of guys in here. Dessert fiesta is tomorrow, so today it's supposed to be just a regular day. You're right, but the people who missed the tickets for the dessert fiesta are here today. All these guys are regulars. I don't know their names, but we all see each other all the time in this restaurant. What do you think about his story, guys? The longer I listen to it, the more upset I get, right guys? Locking up a real girl, I don't want to do that. I mean, I can't allow this to continue. I'll punish a guy who would be nice to a girl. You can do it to us imagination, but it's unacceptable to do it in the real world. Tell us to come with you, Kay. We admire your hunger. The Okunomiya squadron is prepared to rescue the girl. Please give us the order to attack. This is Operation Satoko. The mission starts tomorrow evening. Make sure your clock is right and write your will. This is the time for you to die. Yeah. That'll get me faster at reading. I think I need more of those. I need like reading tests. Sorry guys, thanks for your help. You don't even know her. We can't just abandon her because we don't know her. Besides, we know very much about the Princess Satoko. Feels so emotional when she doesn't realize she has cream on her chin. Therefore, it is very important for us to save her. Alright, you guys, I'm going to rely on you. You need to back me up, okay? Be ready to fight tomorrow evening. Yeah, K. That's not good. That's not good. Keiichi-kun is a popular guy. He's popular in the village committee too. He seems to be popular in the most unexpected places. Lots of people seem to respect him too. Some of the waitresses here are also concerned about Satoko. They said they want to come and support us when we're off. Wow, I guess we have about 60 people now. We might even get more than that. This is the power to defeat fate. I feel like it's still gonna lose, though. I feel like this is still gonna lose. I don't know. I can see it working. If we get like 100 people, maybe. You know? We have a meeting for the Watanagashi Festival Committee tonight. We assemble at the meeting room in the Furude Shrine. I know the building, but I haven't actually been inside before. There are pictures of the History Dam conflict on the wall. According to Mia, this assembly building was used as headquarters of the dam protests back in the day. There's a huge flag that says Onagafuchi Guardians hanging on the wall. People have written messages on it. I was called to the meeting today to introduce myself. This is my first time showing up in the meeting, even though I was chosen to be the host of the auction several days ago. There are about 30 committee members in the room, and my dad and I are introduced to them. Since I'm a minor, I had to come here with my dad. I often hear the words parental rights recently because of Satoko's situation. I've been thinking about the relationship between me and my dad lately. I think the Maybara family is a pretty happy family. I think I'm blessed to have a family like this. Yeah. Hello, I'm Maybara Keiichi. This is my first time doing something like this, and I'm very nervous. But I'll do my best. Yeah, you go, young man. Their friendly smiles and applause make me realize that people are welcoming me in this village. I feel pressured as I think about the big responsibility I'm going to have at the festival. Since I'm so nervous, the leaders of the committee come up to me and tell me that I can just be natural and do my thing. Thank you for offering my son such an important position. I'm sorry that I'm unable to participate in the village council activities due to my work. I will do what I can to support my son. They give me a round of applause. It seems he's used to making speeches. We'll break up in groups and start the meeting. The meeting will last until 2050. Please start the discussion now. The festival committee can be broken up into different teams, like a general affairs team, a construction team, a refreshment booth team, and a ceremony team. Each team has a meeting of its own. My dad and I are told to join the event team. I have no idea how things are going, but the festival is already next Sunday. I don't understand anything, and I can't even express my opinion. All I can do is nod and act like I'm participating in the meeting. At the end, I finally get the information about the auction. I find out what time I'm supposed to be backstage and other information about my job. They ask me what I'm going to wear, and I stop. I thought I could just wear my regular clothes, but they suggest that I wear something more flashy since I'm the host. But I don't have anything like that. How about a suit with a bow tie? That would make you look like a host. A bow tie? That's embarrassing. I want to wear something more casual. That's the meeting going, Kei-chan. What are you talking about? Talking about what he's going to wear during the auction. If you don't have any colorful clothes, I can get you some. Really? Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Keiichi's father. Dad, I don't trust him to get me proper clothes. I'm sure he's not going to get me any men's clothes. A bow tie is fine. I'll just wear that. If I don't compromise here, EDA and Mion will try and make me wear something outrageous. And I'm sure that she's also going to make me wear women's clothes. You're in the committee too, huh? Which team are you in? I'm in the he's in the general affairs team, and he's in charge of first aid. We always ask him for his help since he's a doctor. All I have to do is give band-aids to people who fell. It's an easy job for the most part. I'm just drinking beer under the main tent. It's nothing compared to your work, Maybara-san. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to drink barley soda with him too. Deepa. No, you can't, Furude-san. Good evening, Maybara-kun. Nice to see you, Maybara-san. Wait, what? Hello, Sensei. Good evening, Maybara-kun. Nice to see you too, Maybara-san. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for being nice to my son all the time. First of all, those are two different endings, and it's in the same sentence. You ready for the auction? I'm looking forward to seeing your show. It's strange to see Chie-sensei and the principal outside of school. Rika-chan is performing a dance at the festival, right? I heard it's right after my show. I'm looking forward to it. It's a traditional ceremony that she's performing. I'm sure you're nervous about it. How do you feel this year? I'm used to it now, so I'm fine. You only did it once last year, but you're already used to it? I'm impressed. Maybara-san, it's been a while. Oh, Uishi-san, it's nice to see you. Have you been practicing the Tsubame Geishi? We should play together. You won't get any better unless you play every day. You know how to play Mahjong, Mibara-kun? Oh, he knows how to play. He's a pretty good player, too. Perhaps we should seriously start playing Mahjong in our club now. We should go and wreck every Mahjong bar in the city. Uishi thinks that I'm an experienced player since I was practicing the Tsubame Geishi the other day. Why do people misunderstand me all the time? By the way, Mibara-kun, I heard about the case. What case? About what you're planning to do tomorrow evening. A few of my staff members and I are going to be there as well. Takano-san and Tomitaki-san are coming too. It's not going to be that many people, but I hope you'll let us join you. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Every person counts for us. Idiot. I'm sorry that we can't do much to help her, but we still want to do something. This is what Takano-san suggested. Takano? Yes. She wanted to help somehow. She feels bad that she wasn't able to help you the other day. Oh, you talked about the rumor I heard? I heard that Mibara became the leader of the petition team. Even you know about it? You know about Satoko? Of course he does. He's very sensitive to the rumors inside the village. That gun is just crazy. I don't know what it is, dude. She just has a freaking gun. That's so funny. Dude, why? They should have put the gun in the art. In the updated art. Put the gun in there. It's ridiculous, but it's awesome. She just has a gun on her, like she's just ready to duel. What do you think about her case? That's right, this guy's a police officer. I wonder if he knows any other option than going to the child consultation center. I also think that going to the child consultation center is the best thing that you can do. So you think that we can't really help her until something happens to her? We would probably do the same. We'd meet with him and tell him not to harm her. I'm sure a professional social worker could do a better job though. They take care of abuse issues better than the police can. Police only take action after something happens. But the child consultation center can make a move before something happens. It'd be a lot easier for us if we could arrest criminals before they commit crimes. However, we need to be very careful about whom we arrest. We don't want to lose our jobs, you know? In that sense, there's nothing wrong for them to say that they want to wait and see for a while. Me. Personally, I don't think the child consultation center is being unreasonable. However, it seems terrible from the view of people who know Satoko and Teppei-san. He's exactly right. They must be thinking that we're overreacting for making such a big fuss. It's only been a couple of days since he took her away. But that mindset can create a huge problem. I'm sure they're going to call him tonight because we told them that she's been missing missing school for 3 days. We'll ask him why she hasn't gone to school. Teppei might beat her up for that. I don't know. However, if he continues to keep her home after the phone call, the child consultation center will probably make a move. I think they'll talk to him about it. So she might come to school tomorrow. That's a possibility. Teppei can't stay in Okinomiya for some reason. That's why he wants to stay in Satoko's house. I'm sure he doesn't want any further trouble. He can't stay in Okinomiya for some reason? That's right. I heard that he has some kind of money-related trouble. You don't know about that. Wait, you don't know about that, Sonizaki-san. I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean, Mion? Is there a reason he wants to stay in Satoko's house? Well, yeah. Teppei is having money issues, so he can't live in Okinomiya anymore. That's why he's trying to stay in Hinamizawa until the trouble's gone. And he should hide somewhere alone. Why is he trying to drag Satoko-chan into this? You want Satoko as your maid, right? It's the same thing. No, that's not right. Maids are about love. There's love behind it. I'm totally against violence. The master should treat his maid with love. What the fuck? Let's leave that pervert alone. What the fuck was that? Uishi-san, you think there's no choice but to let the Child Consultation Center take care of it? I think that's the most realistic plan. There are certain steps you need to follow. When you need to go pee, you go to the toilet and pull down your zipper. If you don't follow those steps, it would be a disaster. A strange way to put it. You're so nasty. I'm sorry, I can't help you. But I'm really concerned about Satoko-san. I hope that it will be resolved happily. The Child Consultation Center is going to make the decision, but what you guys are doing is not against the law either. What Mibara-kun is doing is not a mistake. Don't give up. Do all you can do. I'll support you too. Thank you very much. We went there yesterday and today, and we're going to be there tomorrow too. I believe we can save her as long as we don't give up. 3 days in a row, huh? I heard you took along 20 people with you today. Are you going to take that many tomorrow too? Kei-chan is really talented when it comes to this. You'd be surprised. There's going to be 60 people tomorrow. That's amazing. You'll be successful as a union leader when you grow up. My union leader is so weak. The next moment I hear someone clapping. It's almost 9 p.m. The meeting is over. Everyone gets back to their seats and listens to the meeting report. I'm impressed, Keiichi. You know so many people from the village. But there are even more people that I don't know. Are you sure? You were talking with so many people. I'm impressed. I learned that many of them are nice people. Maybe I should be more involved with them too. You should. Inamizawa is all about helping each other. I know you're busy with your work, but you should be as involved as much as you can. I think I'm going to talk with your mother about it. That's it for the meeting today. The next meeting is, tomorrow. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. It'll be the last major meeting before the festival. Thank you for coming today. Leader, will you make the closing speech? I don't have to do that. Let's just go home and get some drinks. That's it. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. People laugh at their village leader's closing speech. What? Dude, I'm over here just freaking flying through. We finish cleaning up and everyone starts to leave the building. Today is a weekday, but some of them are going out for a drink. They asked my dad to come with them. My dad is not an ordinary worker. He can sleep if he wants to, as long as he makes the deadline. Keiichi, they want me to come for a drink, so I'm going, okay? Sure, have fun. I'm going home now. I want to walk home with Mion rather than walking alone, but she's in the building, talking with the village officials. She's probably busy because the festival is near. As I contemplate whether I should wait for her or not, Oishi-san talks to me. Good job at the meeting. How did you get here? I can give you a ride home if you want. I came here on my bike, plus I'm waiting for Mion. I see. But it's going to take a while. They're discussing the trouble they had in the refreshment booth team. Trouble with the refreshment booth team? It's supposed to be a fun festival, but they still have some issues, huh? Oh yes, it's very difficult to make adjustments. Everyone wants to do the popular snow cones and fried noodles. But it would be a problem if all the booths sold fried noodles, right? That's why they need to make adjustments so there'll be a variety of booths. But people get upset when they have to do a booth that's not going to make much money. They suggested doing booths in rotation every year, but some groups don't have enough people to do certain booths, and some groups claim that their fried noodles are the best. And they also fight about the location and whom to hire. I had no idea that the preparations of a festival are so complicated. Everything needs adjustments. I guess it sounds like a boring adult's rule for you, young man. But adjustments are necessary to make things go smoothly. What you're doing at the Child Consultation Center is a secret adjustment in the way. Satoko-san and Teppei-san don't even know about it. I guess. You might be right. But we have no choice but to raise our voices. That's the only option we've got. I'm proud of what you're doing. If I was your age, all I could think about was attacking him in the dark. He must have no plans for tonight. He sticks around with me while I wait for Mion. There's no one around out here now. It would have been so sad if he was not here with me. I'm glad he stayed here to talk with me. We talk about Mahong for a while. The theory, techniques, and history of Mahong. I don't talk with a guy his age that often, so this is very interesting for me. It's nice to interact with people from a different generation. He's a police officer, too. I'm secretly hoping that he will give me a hint about how to save Satoko. Anyway, what's taking me on so long? By the time Oishi-san finished his second cigarette, I started to think that I should just maybe go home for the night. I think I'm going home now. Miyana's taking too long. I have a big job to take care of after school tomorrow. You mean going to the child consultation center? Yeah. I'm going to fight until they come up with a plan to save Satoko. Consistency is important. This is all we can do. Uishi-san smiles at my passionate speech. I bet the child consultation center understands your point by now. You know, there's a limit to what you should do. It's important to know when to quit. If you go too far, it'll only make things more complicated. But I can't leave Satoko alone. Of course you can. I'm sure the child consultation center won't leave her alone either. It will help her. It may help her, but that's probably after she gets abused. It's too late if Satoko gets a wound in her heart. He takes out his third cigarette. Since he started smoking, it means he's going to stay here until he finishes this one. But I don't feel like staying here with him. I want to go home and relax so I can prepare for tomorrow. Going home now. You know, Maebara-san, something that I want to tell you. The tone of his voice changes slightly. It sounds like he has something important to tell me. I stop and turn. Actually, I think you shouldn't go to the child consultation center tomorrow because you've made your point already. But this is necessary to save Satoko. They don't understand the urgency. We have to make noise if that's what it takes for them to understand. I think it'll be more effective if we go there 3 days in a row. You're trying to show them every courtesy, huh? But you know, Maebara-san, sometimes you should just let sleeping dogs lie. Let me make this clear. This is not a warning from the police, and no one told me to tell you this. I'm giving you advice as your Mahong friend. That advice doesn't seem positive at all. Okay, are they pulling wild card Oishi? My eyebrows knit together. Do you know what the child consultation center is thinking? You guys showed up 2 days in a row and you brought 20 people with you today. They are afraid that you will show up again tomorrow. Then why don't they just listen to us? I hope they're not planning to build a barricade so we can't come inside tomorrow. No, they're not doing that. They are there to take the claim. They will accept any people who come there to make an appeal. They can't stop you from coming no matter how many times you show up. They know that too. That's why they need to take care of this matter before you bring along more people and cause trouble. You mean, are they going to help Satoko soon? Not quite. They started making secret adjustments so you can't come and pressure them anymore. What do you mean? Made a secret adjustment so I can't go there anymore? I'm confused. Then Oishi says something that almost sounds like a phrase from a fictional political drama. Those officials are similar to the Yakuza sometimes. They don't want to admit their faults. It's unusual for them not to revise the decision they made, even if they find out that they were wrong. Or it's usual for them to not revise them. So if they listen to us, other people will come to the office and get their cases taken care of? You're right. They don't want people to challenge their decisions. They will listen to your appeal, but they will never change their stance unless there's something huge going on. Satoko-san's case is not a special case for them. He may have taken her away, but it's a legal act since he has parental rights. It's not as if a parent without the right of custody forced his child to live with him. After all, he's the only blood family she has. There's nothing that prevents them from living together. That's not the case with Satoko and her uncle. You know that too. He abused her violently last year. That was last year. The Child Consultation Center can't do anything about it if he tells them that he feels remorse about what happened last year. More than anything, Satoko-san told them that he's not abusing her. She just feels guilty towards her brother. She thinks that seeking help from someone is the same as betraying her brother. I see. Might be difficult to persuade the Child Consultation Center in that case. But they don't understand why you guys are being so aggressive towards them. We're just trying to let them know that Teppei is a violent guy and we can't let Satoko stay with them. Or with him. But why? You weren't here in Hinamizawa last year. I don't think you know much about Teppei-san. Why are you so sure that he's a dangerous man? That's a hard question for me to answer. He's right, I don't know much about Teppei. I've never even seen his face, but I just know. Way back in a different world. I didn't save Satoko, I just watched her get hurt and Satoko was irreversibly broken. We all cried, it was too late. I've seen that world before. I can't explain that to him, though. My friends understood my bad feeling, but it's unnatural for someone to be so aggressive based on what he saw in his imagination. As I told you a few minutes ago, sometimes divorced couples battle for the custody of their child. The couple can sue each other, and sometimes their relatives sue the couple too. Some of them decide to sue their partner not for the child, but just because they hate the partner. This case is very similar to that. I feel like this game hits a lot of real life issues, you know? Like I think that's what he set out to do. Is like just tackle a bunch of real life issues gone terribly wrong, like the worst case scenario in every one of these issues. Because I feel like I've seen this a lot. Like that exact situation, and like some of the stuff that he was hitting on where you need to talk with somebody and to always like have friends and tell someone. I don't know, I just feel like there's a good message behind the horror game, and maybe that's why a lot of people like this game, because I feel like it hits a lot of real issues, but it's also an interesting horror game. And like mystery. I wouldn't call it horror per se as much as I would say mystery, because most of the time you're just like, what the fuck is happening? You're looking for any clue. Towards the end, you start to not have as many questions, so it's less pressing that I get those answers. But anyway. So they think my petition is born out of ill will because I'm picking a fight with them? No, you don't have to worry about that. It's just that you need to understand that they're taking the matter seriously. If they protected the child every time they got a report, Japan would careen out of control. I remember seeing the sentence inside the Constitution book. Family or the prosecutor must make an appeal to the family court. The family issue has to be resolved within the family. The Child Consultation Center can investigate when they get a report from people, but they can't complain unless we're members of the family. And Satoko's only family is her uncle. If her uncle is not going to do anything about this, Satoko has to seek help on her own. But Satoko is denying the abuse. This is not going anywhere. The Child Consultation Center is hoping that you will give up on the case. They have other cases that need more urgency. However, they're not sure if they should ask you to give up. This is what I wanted to tell you today. What do you mean? I can't understand you. Mibara-san, you visited them today. Did they treat you better than yesterday? Yeah, a little bit. We were taken to a bigger room and the manager came to see us too. You may think that the manager is just a little bit above the regular staff members. However, his position is as high as the section chief in the regular company. It's very difficult to achieve that position. The person you talked to today was actually a very powerful man. More than you can imagine. It's very unusual. The manager normally never shows up for a consultation. You need to recognize that the treatment you got today was a very special one. I never thought that it was special. I thought we were taken to a big room because we went there with more people, and Rena told them to adjust to us. Because you went there so well organized, they're suspecting that you're not the leader and the Sonozaki family is actually controlling the movement. I'm sure you know how powerful the Sonozaki family is in this village. I do. But it has nothing to do with the Sonozaki family. We're simply fighting to save our friend. Leon hasn't even mentioned her name. That's what the Child Consultation Center wanted to know. It's their normal routine to politely refuse a huge crowd of petitioners. However, things would be different if this was Sonozaki Oryu-san's idea. Oryu-san has a strong power in the city's government. No one can go against her. I'm aware that Mion's grandmother is very powerful, but this has nothing to do with this. In order to make that clear, the local government officials approached the Sonozaki family secretly. They met Oryu-san and asked her about this case. They were going to take action if they found out that it was her idea. But they found out that it was not her plan. So they're not going to take action anymore? It's not just that. Oryu-san is now aware that there is a commotion going on within the village. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but some people in the village still hold a grudge against the Yojo family and the traitors of the dam conflict. Ever since the curse of Oyashiro-sama, the Sonozaki family has been telling people not to interact with the Yojo family. You might wake up as the sleeping dog if you continue to make noise. What happens if I wake the dog up? I don't know. He pauses and for a while draws on a short cigarette. I'm not saying that you'll be threatened or that they'll hurt you. However, you just moved here and you're starting to get to know the people from the village. But you might get to see the dark side of the village. The alienation between the Hyojo family and the Sonozaki family. That story was taboo among my friends, but now we can't ignore it anymore. It's a fact that we haven't gotten any support from adults except for the school teachers in Irie. Other adults in the village know what happened between Satoko and Teppei last year. They all understand that it would be a disaster if we don't rescue Satoko as soon as possible. However, no adult came forward to help us. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I know it's kind of a terrible stopping point, but I never know when to end this game. It always, like, something happens. Like I gotta do it, like, right before something crazy happens. But, like, I never know if the next thing is going to be crazy or not. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, so please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Lots of visual novel content, roguelike content, whatever you want. I don't know. Whatever's fun. Whatever's cool to do. They're pulling out Wildcard Oishi. I mean, they did say kind of that he was like the start of everything. Like he kind of starts shit because of his suspicion of the curse, but like the curse happened, so he's not wrong. He isn't wrong. Like the shit happens that like he says it does. So maybe that means that he's involved in some way, you know? Who knows? I think it would be odd if Oishi was the one that was killing Rika. If we look at the way that Rika was killed, like her guts, like back when we saw her body, her guts were like sliced open and like strewn about, right? I feel like that's not something Oishi would do. I feel like that's more of like a Dr. EDA thing. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it was Keiichi that killed Rika that one time and we were just crazy that whole time. I don't know. There's a lot to think about going forward. And, like, I mean, the final question, right, is who's doing the killing? Who's the mastermind behind the Watanagashi killings? Because there's definitely a correlation, right? Saying that there's no correlation is retarded. like, oh no, there's just been deaths on this exact same day every year. And, like, that's what Rika was trying to say, I think, at the beginning of this chapter, is that it's like, there's no correlation. People just think that there is one because of all this, like, Sonozaki bullshit or, like, whatever. But I feel like that's, like, stupid. That's a stupid way of thinking about it. Because, like, it has to be happening somehow. Like, people are dying, and it happens every year on this year, so, like someone has to be behind it. It's not just a random freak accident. So I feel like it's definitely a problem and something that we have to figure out, and someone's doing it. I also feel like Rena's a wild card. The three wild cards in the story, Rika used to be a wild card, but now we know exactly what Rika is and what she stands for. Done. It's Rena, Oishi, and Dr. EDA are the three culprits. The three people that I would have to choose from on like a prison wall to figure out who's doing it, you know? I'm going to end it here before it reaches an hour, though. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode, whatever that may be, and peace out, you guys.